Now then YouTube, I'm the Toff Man and welcome back to some more PC Building Simulator. Now then YouTube, I'm the Toff Man and welcome back to some more PC Building Simulator. It is episode number 2 today and we are going to get straight into it, guys. There's no messing around today. I've just realised actually these are quite nice. What? I mean, Fat Lot of Use, it's going to be on the top shelf over there. It wants to be down here somewhere, but okay. Anyways, let's move on, guys. We've got some new jobs to take a look at. If you remember in the last episode, actually we've got no new jobs to take a look at. If you remember in the last episode, we handed everything in, we accepted everything, we bought what we needed to do, and it was time to go home. So, let's do that. Ah, yes, we didn't actually buy everything, if I remember correctly. We completed everything, and we had a day where we had absolutely nothing to do. So we are back. It's a fresh, brand new day today. The sun has risen. Well, I'm hoping it's risen anyway. It looks like it has from the outside of the blinds in the background. So stuff for my daughter's new PC. Hi, my daughter. I'm giving my daughter my PC. She needs lots of RAM, apparently. She says she needs 16 gig, and I've currently got 2 gig and 4 RAM slots on my motherboard. Thanks, Jeff. I mean, we've always got to look after Jeff, guys. Jeff is just an amazing name. It's one of the best names ever. So we've got to look after Jeff and his daughter, of course, that he's given the PC to. So we've got to upgrade to 16 gigs of RAM. If we take a look, he's got 2 gig RAM and he's got 4 slots. So we're going to have to get rid of the 2 gig RAM, and he's got a budget of $140. So let's go and take a look at the memory that we've got. It doesn't need to be absolutely fantastic. Let's have a quick gander at what the thing was. It was more Tony or something, was it? Yeah, more Tony. So if we take a look at more Tony. There we go. We've got a 4 gig thing right there. 2 of them cost $70. 4 of them would be $140. Exactly that. So that's great. If we add that to the cart, then add 4 of them. Brilliant stuff. That is a job. Is a good one. We'll accept that one, of course, and that'll be in transit for us for tomorrow. And we've got a hot and broken PC. I mean, yeah, so, I mean, that doesn't sound very good. It sounds like there's a problem with airflow, maybe. I'm not very good with computers, but mine isn't working properly. It's been getting very hot lately and running slower and slower. I don't think I can hear the fan anymore. It lives on the floor of my dusty office. I hope it's not all clogged up. If you do have to replace the fan, then please pick the cheapest one. I can't afford anything fancy. Am I in the right save here? I'm sure I'm in the right save here. I don't think we've done anything like this before. But this is a good indication, guys. This is a really good piece of advice here. You can see it says here, it's been getting very hot lately and running slower and slower. It says to replace the air cooler and clean out the dust. But because it says it's running slower and slower, makes me think that they've got a problem with maybe infected files somewhere as well. So it's always good when you see something that looks a little bit like this to do a virus checker on that also. We can definitely do that. We'll accept it. We'll replace the air cooler first. So if we take a look, see what air cooler she actually has. It's there, the Mortoni Thermal 100. So let's go to the shop. Mortoni Thermal 100. Cheap $10 CPU fan. That's insanely cheap, but okay, we'll accept that and we'll go with it. The rest is to clean out the dust, do antivirus, all that sort of stuff, which we've done before. Guys, in this series, I will try to refrain from doing the same thing over and over and over again. Nobody wants to see that sort of thing. You want to see the new stuff. I want to get into the new stuff, so I'll do that stuff, of course I will. But what I will do is I'll probably end up doing that off camera. Sort of, I'll do it and I'll edit it out for you guys so you don't not see the same thing all the time. But yeah, that's now in transit as well. Fantastic. This one, here we go. Help quickly. I borrowed, in inverted commas, my mum's brand new PC, and I think I clicked on something I shouldn't have. Now it's riddled. It's have, by the way. Come on now, proper English. I shouldn't have. What is this of business that we've suddenly got into the habit of? Everybody has nowadays. Of. I shouldn't of. No, it's have. Come on, proper English. Use it. Now it's riddled with viruses. Great. I need it done before she gets back from her friend's house. Hurry. Just remove viruses. A labour of $200 for sticking in a dongle and basically just getting rid of the viruses. So yeah, we can definitely do that. I'll accept that. Doesn't need anything else doing to it. Fantastic. PC super slow right now. Ugh. I'm hoping for 8 gig of memory. If you can stretch that. The vents look a bit clogged. Is that okay? My brother has a data in his PC. He says they're the best sent from my phone. So we need update to 8 gigs of RAM. Okay. What has he got? He's got 4 gigs of DFL motivator. Interesting. What is this adapter? I'm wondering if that's the actual make of the memory. 4 gigabyte. DFL motivator. The other one's still there. It says nothing about any adapter. I don't... Oh, no, there we go. Look, it's there. So if we get... What's he asking for? 8 gig of RAM. They're coming 4 gig sticks. Budget of $100. Brilliant. So there we go. We'll add that to the cart as well. Now that's the last piece of thing that we need. I am sure we do. Yeah, we need to give it a bit of a super slow, so we need to do a virus check. We need to blow it out as well. Even though the objective doesn't state that it does, we do still need to do that. We'll make sure that you remember this sort of stuff. So we'll accept that. And that is basically all of the jobs there, which means we can go to our cart now and get it on next day delivery. Available balance of $703. We're actually making some Wongridge, guys. A total of 250. We will buy that, and they will all be with us tomorrow. Oh, there's nothing like walking into work in the morning and seeing a pile of boxes ready and waiting. What I want to know is how they get there. I mean, does the postman have a key? How dare he? He might be using my computer and putting viruses on it himself. You never know. He could be one of the actual customers. Anyway. We've got all the RAM that we need. We've got the air cooler. We've got all that sort of stuff. Brilliant. So, if we work on something that you haven't seen before. So, that's remove... Here we go. Look, replace the air cooler. You haven't actually seen this one before. So, we'll go ahead and we will do that. So, I'm going to remove this side panel. And we're going to give it a quick blow. That's what she said as well. I'm pretty sure she said that. Compressed air. Go on. Let's give it a good blow. Is it doing anything? It doesn't even look like it's doing anything at the moment. Oh no, it's slowly making a difference. I think. Oh, there we go. Bloody hell, that was very quick. It was doing nothing for a while. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. All that's done at the back. No need to worry about that. Let's check on the top, the sides. Nice. Brilliant stuff. Okay, we need to do the CPU cooler, and you've got to unplug it, of course, so we've got to unplug it from there, and then we can just, we should be able to, there we go, remove the air cooler. Nice and easy. Let's go to the air coolers. Always, as I say, when you're going through it, sell it. If you don't sell it, if you don't want to sell it, you don't have to, of course, but these broken ones are broken, so you may as well just sell them and get rid of them. If you've got ones that do still work but are classed as used parts, then if you've got access to the cupboard, slap them in the cupboard, get them out of the way, and have a look in there, because you get confused with the stuff that you've bought and what you haven't bought and stuff like that. So we want to install that onto here. Brilliant. Now, this is, I don't understand this. You can do all sorts, but it seems to always just correct itself anyway. I think. Whoops. Now, install it. Put it back. Right, we're going to stick that on. And, of course, we need to plug this in. So we'll cable it from there to over there. Nice. We could actually have spun that around a little bit and plugged it straight in, but still, never mind. We need to boot it to the OS, so of course we need to cable the rest of this. And once I've got enough Wongridge, guys, I am going to buy that upgrade that will automatically plug everything in, because that will save so much time. It is absolutely ridiculous. So let's go ahead and power that up, and we will of course do the side panel while we're there. I think this one needed the virus checker doing as well. I think. Let's take a quick look. Which one is this one? It's Audrey1945. So Audrey1945. Yeah, it's been getting slower and slower, so we do need to install the old USB drive on there and do one of the virus checks. Well, it said it's running slower and slower, but I don't see any viruses on there, so that seems all great. Everything is done, so place in the delivery area. Let's of course power that down first and then remove it. So, oops. There we go. And we'll slap that down on the opposite side there. So that one is now done. We can come over here if we want to do this now. Say collect. Everything's done. Lovely. $270. Absolutely fantastic. And let's go ahead and discard that. So we've done that one. So brilliant. All the rest, upgrade to 16 gig of RAM we've done before. Remove viruses. We have done that as well. And then, of course, looking for the upgrading RAM. I can't remember if I've done that. It was a few days ago, actually. I did the other episode. I'm pretty sure we have done this, but I might give you a quick overview of that once again. And then, of course, we've got new bits and PCs. Nice. And we've got a new job there, but we won't do that just yet. Let me go ahead and we will do all the rest of these. And when I'm ready to put the RAM in, I'll be back. Well, here we are. We just put in the last one of the 16 gig of RAM. That is now done. You can see them all quite nicely stuck into there. Very, very cheap parts, of course, but still, that is all we needed to do. We need to boot that up to OS as well. Let's make sure that we don't need to do a virus check. So GSX Jeff. We've got to watch out for Jeff as well. So it says absolutely nothing about it working slow. It's literally just the RAM, which we've now done, and that all boots up to the OS. So we'll go ahead and power that down. Install the side panel back on. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That is how you do memory, guys. It literally is as easy as that. I mean, job done, guys. Job done. Right, do you know what? I'm getting sick of this. I am getting sick of this. Let's go to the shop, guys. Get tools and software, and I want the auto connect tool. Sorry, it will put us into the red, I think, when we start buying some stuff. But we've got that 1,000 overdraft anyway, and this is just going to absolutely make my life so much easier. We're going to go ahead and buy now. Brilliant. I don't know if that comes tomorrow or if that's already there. We will soon find out. Oh, new bits and pieces. Nice. Brilliant. Well, let's take a quick look. It's not actually done it. It's not actually done it. It must be available from tomorrow. 381 infected files. For a brand new PC is borrowed for very little amount of time. He must have looked at some proper dodgy sites, let's be honest. Let's clean them files. Done and dusted. Power down. We need to install the side panel, of course. I nearly forgot that. Can't be doing that. And then, of course, we just rip it out. I think we're done with that one. Yeah, it just says placed in the delivery area, and we've done all the... But we don't need to blow it out or anything, so that one is now done. Beautiful, another $200. There we go. Virus scan done on that one, and all the memory upgraded. And, of course, it was blown out and cleaned. That should be everything there. Another $215. Interestingly enough as well, guys, we actually need to press the power button for the cables to automatically get connected. So it does work, and I'll show you that in a second. I need my PC cleaning. Is that something you offer? Yes. Send your PC to me so I can just blow it out. I don't understand why you can't do this yourself, but it's fine. Pay me $120 and I can do it for you. It seems to be running quite warm. In terms of time, can you get it finished in 3 days? I think I might have visited one too many dodgy sites. Those plastic black cables look really nice. So it just says to clean out the dust and complete in 3 days, but we've got optional ones to do here, of course. I think I might have visited one too many dodgy sites. Virus checker has to be done on this one. And we've got to replace everything with plastic black cables because they look really nice. So, okay, we can go ahead and accept that. We've got some more things as well, which is awesome. And if we go into here, actually, I think we can go into cables. Loose plastic plane. We've got some other ones here. They're ribbon plastic plain black, so we'll get one of them just in case we do need them. We'll get the tight ones. In fact, we'll get all of these because then we'll add them to the collection. We'll never have to buy them again. So, brilliant. There we go. Got $28 to our name. They're going to come tomorrow. Fantastic news. A nice fresh lot of boxes with all my ribbon plastic things and wires and cables and all that sort of stuff. And, of course, we've got to clean out this, guys. The interesting thing, let me show you then. So I pop this down. We'll click working on this PC. We won't click install at all because that's not what we're going to do. We remove the side panel. We are going to need to clean it out, but I'll do that in a second. I just want to show you guys this. That if we press the power button, boosh, everything just fits itself in, which is absolutely great. Let's turn it back off again. Don't do that in real life, guys. Let it actually load up before you turn it back off again. You could end up with a real problem if you do something like that. So, okay, let me go ahead and do this. I'll be back for the cables. So what did you do at work today, love? Oh, well, you know, I was just blowing a load of dust around the place. The office has a nice thick layer of dust just floating around. But other than that, I had a nice day. Right, I've blown it out, guys. Let's go ahead and start removing all of the cables. The best way of doing this, I see, is hover over the motherboard and you can see where all the cables go. There's one there, which we'll go ahead and get rid of. There's one there. There is one there. There's one down here. There's one behind the case there. There's one down here. There's another one there. And I think that is everything. You can see no more cables apart from this one. But I don't think you can actually change the colour of that one. Floating around the place here. So let's go ahead to the cables. And we're going to use loose plastic plain black. I don't think it really matters which one you use. But that's what we're going. That's the one that we are going to use. And then we're going to go ahead and do all this. Nice and easy. I love the fact it shows you where to put these cables, because if you don't know, you'd be pretty screwed with this game, to be honest. So let's plug that into there. We've got that one over to here, and we've got the SSD, of course. We can't miss the SSD. And everything's looking very black in there, which is quite nice. We can go ahead now and power it up. We can also install the side panel back on. We need to do a quick virus check, of course, and then we'll be done with this one as well. Mum, are you proud of me and my new business, Mum? Look, I've got $28 in the bank. I've got less than what I actually started with. Oh my god, that's a record, guys, for the amount of bad things on one computer. 607 infected files. My god. Job done. We'll send that to that very naughty man, and we will come back into the email here. Ooh, we've got a lot of stuff to do. So we'll go ahead and collect that, and that'll give us $120. So now we have a grand total of $148 in our account, which for a business isn't great. But we can earn money a lot faster now that we've got the cables, which is great. And as we get further on into this, guys, the labour goes up, the parts cost goes up and stuff like that. You'll see. It's good. I enjoy this game. It's one of these simulator games that you just sit down, chill out and play. Get a drink, get a chub, get a beer, get a water, whatever you want to drink. Get a snack. I mean, if you can eat at your computer, eat at your computer. I wouldn't advise it. Goes in between your keyboards. It's not great. Crumbs everywhere, and then your missus starts shouting at you, and you should clean this, man. But you know, just do what you want to do, guys. I just wouldn't eat at your keyboard. So we're gonna go out. Oh, look at this. Oh no, we've done that one. That's the one I've literally just done. Hi there. Bought a PC from you about 6 months ago from Tim. Oh god, here we go. Here we go. And it's been overheating whenever I tried to do anything on it. I took a look under the CPU cooler and there's no thermal paste. Now, I find it very interesting. This guy who has bought a PC, why did he, if he knows how to look under a CPU, look under the cooler, and he knows what thermal paste is, why didn't he just do his own? I don't understand. What kind of Mickey Mouse business are you running? I demand that you fix this for free! And this time test the PC before you send it back out. We need to apply the thermal paste, and first time this has come up, run a 3D Mark. Now this takes time and it's a pain in the backside, which is why we'll accept it anyway. We just need to add thermal paste. It's a free job. That's all we really need to do. But this is why you have 3 of these benches. We're so close to level 3 actually to get in this second workbench anyway. So once you're running a 3D Mark on one, you can move to another and do the other job while that one's running. So that's the reason why we have more benches. I love the look of the other workrooms and stuff like that. I might even purchase one of those workrooms because they do look fantastic. I don't know if that means I'll have to start all over again. I hope that's not the case. So well, I'll have a look into that and we'll see. But anyways, there we go. We've got that job coming in tomorrow, which is fantastic. We've got another one. I recently upgraded my PC, but now it's not working properly. Clever. The complete with boots, okay, but when I try to try and benchmark it or run a game, the computer crashes. I haven't replaced my PSU. Could my parts be drawing too much power? This is what I did when I first, before I knew what I was doing with computers, guys. I had absolutely no idea how to put, I put in a new graphics card thinking, it's going to be fine. It's basically just one of those plug and play things, and I didn't realise it actually did require more power than what my previous PSU needed. And I was a complete and utter tool, which is why you can constantly hear in some really old videos the computer going like that, because it was just my PSU going absolutely insane. And then of course, yeah, I did that and took it out and sorted it out, and then I never had that again. So yeah, lesson learned, guys. But yes, we can do that. The PSU, it's actually told us what we need, which is great. Install Shein Power King 600 or better, and of course run the 3D Mark. So we need to get that that PSU Power King 600 or better. Very easy, to be honest. Power King 600 is right there. Let's go ahead and add that to the cart. That was a nice and easy one, guys. It told us what we needed. Sometimes it doesn't, and that can be a pain. So we'll go ahead and accept that. PC's not turning on. My computer stopped working the other day and will not turn on at all. Please, can you have a look at me? Look at it for me. I think it might be the motherboard. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a big job. If it needs a new one, I know it needs a Skylake socket. So all we need to do is replace the motherboard. If we find out what the current one is, which is a Mortone H170 M-Tech. Mortone H170 M-Tech, which is this one. It's got the Skylake socket, you can see there. Let's go ahead and add one of them to the cart. And yeah, $300 labour, and it needs it, guys. I mean, I don't know if you've ever changed or, you know, put a computer together from scratch yourselves, but putting a new motherboard in is a pain in the backside. It's not necessarily the plugging and playing of the stuff. It's more the wiring that's the pain. But anyways, yeah, replace the motherboard. We've got the motherboard. Let's go ahead and accept that. And we've got, look at this. I think I need to upgrade my PC. Can you put in 16 gig of memory? If you can, I'd love some plastic black cables. Brilliant. Can you get it done quickly? Yes. Jonathan Mercury, yes, we can. Does it want to upgrade, or does it want clean? It never doesn't say whether or not we needed. So he's got a Titan. He's got 4 gig there, and I presume he's got 4 sockets because it's this one. So he wants to 16 gig of RAM. So you have to buy the same type of RAM. This sort of stuff you have to, otherwise it's incompatible. I think it's something to do with the clock speed. This thing here, this megahertz, I think it's got something to do with that. As long as it's the same speed, then it's okay. But if it's different speeds, it won't work. To play it safe, we're going to buy 3 more of these Titan 4 gigs. Just to play it safe. Titan 4 gigs, Titan 4 gigs, Titan 4 gigs, Titan 4 gigs. Are you here anywhere? Yes, they're here, look. 2133 megahertz. 1, 2, 3 more of them. And this is the final job, of course. So we will go ahead and buy all of that stuff. So it's going to arrive for tomorrow. Brilliant. So account is overdrawn. Yes, I know this. With minus 107, it's because I got the automatic Jiminy Crickets. So we'll go ahead and do all of these jobs in the morning. Ugh, tired. It's a fresh new day. Another pile of cardboard boxes in the corner, and a load of things to fix and do. Some of them quite difficult, like the motherboard. That's something new. We haven't replaced a PSU yet, so we'll do that. We haven't run a 3D Mark, so we'll do that one. And of course, we haven't applied thermal paste yet. Very easy, but we'll show that on camera. That one I can do by myself. These 3 though, we will do on camera. We'll do this one first, because why not? Basically. Go ahead and remove the side. Can't do it. Oh, wait. I nearly did I've done the same thing. No, we can just press escape and it'll do it for us. The PSU, actually, you get to from this side. I do this every single time I open the front, and I'm like, nope. Nope. We need to remove this, but look, guys, it requires removal of pretty much everything. So we'll go ahead and do that. Whoops. And now we can go into it from the back. Fantastic. Oh, we need to undo these tiny little screws as well. Nice. And then we can remove the PSU. So if we go into our power supply now, we've got the used one. It's only used, but it's so low in wattage. I don't think we're ever going to use this thing. So we're just going to go ahead and sell it anyway. And then we are going to install this PSU. So it's automatically been plugged in, which is fantastic. And then we go ahead and install. Is this the one that wants all the cables? The funny cables? Damien. No, it just wants a benchmark, and yeah, that's about it. So we'd go ahead and, not install. We'll need to cable all of these back up. Right, there we go. It's got that back on. It's got that back in. It's got a new thingy. So we'll go ahead and do that back up whilst we install the side panel. And then we run... Oh, it's already got it on there, but we can run the 3D Mark Advanced Edition, which takes time. So I'll skip that little bit and we'll be back. So as you can see, this is the 3D benchmark, and it literally just runs through a series of different images, finding the different FPS, finding the frame rate, finding all that sort of stuff. And yeah, it takes time. And there we go. The 3D Mark is finished with a rating of 3,859. A CPU score of 4,926. i7, not bad. Not bad at all. DFL Radeon 9 290 Greater GPU, which is interesting. But yeah, not a bad computer, not terrible at all. So brilliant. We've done the 3D Mark as it wanted us to do. I'm just going to have a double check. So it's Damien, make sure. Recently upgraded, working properly, boots okay, crashes, PSU, great. So yeah, it is pretty much done. So we're going to switch that off. Rip it out, put it down, and then we're going to get our money. So we'll go ahead and collect that. Upgrade not working. Everything's green. Everything's looking fantastic. $360 to the good, and we can discard that. The thermal paste. Let's go ahead and do that one. That's a nice easy one, isn't it? So there we go. I'll slap that down. You'll see no thermal paste on there. Let's go install thermal paste, and you'll see a tiny little blob. Make sure that you do that every time that you take the CPU cooler off and put it back on. Make sure you put a little blob of thermal paste in there from now. The ones previous to this didn't really matter because we didn't have to. I should have done it really, but alas, I forgot. So we'll go ahead and install the, not the case fan, where is it? CPU cooling. We'll go ahead and install that back on. Oh, that is woeful. Where the last one was 16.5 FPS, this one is literally 5 frames. It's going to take even longer than what the other one did. Okay, I'm just going to accept this other job here. It's a simple dust replaced with the black cables that look really nice. Not as quick as it used to be, so maybe a virus test as well. So I've accepted that. We don't need any new parts. That's fantastic. That'll come in the morning. All the rest we are still currently doing. I thought I'd have a quick look at that. Get something done while I'm waiting for my 3D Mark. Can't sit there twiddling my thumbs. Business, guys. Time is wongerage. As I'm sure a great philosopher once said. I'm pretty sure Socrates was running around Greece telling everybody that time was wongerage. Well, certainly nowhere near as good as the other one. And well, that says everything. An Intel Pentium G4 520. My goodness gracious me. Decent graphics card, not so much with the CPU though. 1705 on the test there. But anyway, we've done that. That's fantastic. That's exactly what the guy wanted me to do, I do believe. The doctor says 76. Is there anything else apart from the thermal paste? No, that is literally it. Let's go ahead and turn it off. Rip it out. Pop it down. I would say get paid for it, but this is on us. So there we go. Everything all done. Bongle. What is the Bongle? I hear you ask. Bongle is a new review site where your customers will leave you feedback, both good and bad. You can see your current rating out of 5 stars at the top of the screen. A better rating will mean more varied and lucrative jobs being available. You can download the Bongle app to see what your customers are saying about you. Try to keep them happy. So we can download the Bongle app, but it does require. Oh, it's as if I was waiting to click on it. Here we are. $300, guys, is what it's going to cost. Luckily, we can add that to the cart anyway. I'm going to go ahead and do it. We are minus 100, but we didn't have to buy any other bits. So we've got a lot of other stuff. Nice. We've got access to Bongle, some more stuffs, some more other stuffs. Great. Have I checked Bongle? I was just surfing the beach, not wave surfing, internet surfing. I noticed your Bongle rating is in the toilet. What are you doing over there? I've attached the login details. You better get it installed and check it out. You need to get your star rating up or you'll be stuck with just cleaning and scanning jobs, and nobody wants that. Seriously, it's so boring after a while. Your free overdraft limit, yes, I already know this. Okay, so let's discard that one because we've done it. We need to replace the motherboard. That's going to be a decent big job that we're going to get paid quite a bit for as well, to be fair, so we can't moan too much about that. But first and foremost then, let's go ahead and minimize that and select the add, because we want to add Bongle to our list of stuff that we've got on our computer. I'm looking forward to editing our own computer a little bit later down the line. That's going to be interesting. Bongle. Oh, am I going to have to restart? I am going to have to restart it. Of course, I'm going to have to restart it. We've got literally 1 1/3 of a star, which is absolutely terrible. What is going on? What did I miss? Maybe it was the thermal paste. Bongle. Red Hot Repairs. The doctor says 5 stars. What an absolute legend. He's come back after his thermal paste incident and said yes. Fantastic. Terrible. A CPU needs thermal paste. What paste? What are you playing at? Interestingly enough, I don't think this was us. I like the guy, but really he has no business working on PCs. It can't be us. This was before we even took over. This is not the repair shop you're looking for. My top-of-the-line PC is now very expensive paperweights. I would be seeking legal redress. Redress? Jesus. Bit of a long, big, complicated word that you're throwing in my face right there. Could have just thrown the PC out the window. Dodgy guy. Very dodgy decor. Would not recommend. Dulles, come back. I will give you something for free, and we'll get your dongle rating. Dongle? Bongle rating back up. Worst repair job ever. Wish I could give 0 stars. You usually... No, you can't. Can you? 1 star, the lowest one, I think it is. I only wanted the inside dusting. Granted, it came back clean, but it doesn't turn on anymore. Lovely guy, but didn't seem to know what he was doing. PC came back worse than I sent it. Yeah, this is not us. This one is. We fixed it. We've got a 5 star. We're getting up there, guys. Fantastic. Right. Oh, there were some other bits and bobs, actually, up the top here. Previews. News. Oh, we can't actually click on them. That's a shame. That is a definite shame. Let's get the emails back up. Replace the motherboard. Okay, let's go ahead and do this one. This is going to be a very, very interesting one. So we're going to remove the side panel first and foremost. You've never seen me do this, so I will show you the art of removing a motherboard. It's pretty easy, guys, to be fair. You just hover over the motherboard, see everything else that you've got to take out, and then work your way backwards. So the memory needs to come out. The CPU needs to come out along with the cooler. So we'd open the CPU shield, take the CPU out, the power, all of the cables. This is probably the first thing that you should do, actually, take all the cables out. And then, of course, we remove the graphics card, which is that little pin there, and then we're done. We remove the motherboard, which is a series of 6 pins, and then remove the motherboard. Do not forget to take these other 6 pins out as well, because you can't put another motherboard in until you've taken these 6 pins out, which is strange because we're doing the same motherboard, so you'd think it would be able to stick those pins straight. You leave those ones straight in. This one's broken. Let's go ahead and sell it and get rid of it out in my inventory. You would think we'd just be able to stick those or leave those 6 pins back in, but unfortunately not the case in this, which is really annoying, but still, what can you do? Let's pin this in. And then it's a simple case of reverse engineering what we've already done. So let's go ahead and install the graphics card first and foremost. You can see it's property of somebody when it is property of somebody. So that's pretty awesome. The best way of doing this, guys, if you're not entirely sure how to put a motherboard back together and what to put where, move down the list. It's the easiest and best way that you could probably do this, because the CPU will always come first above the CPU cooling. You can't put the CPU cooling on before you put the thing in. Pretty obvious, but that's probably why this is above that. So you can just work down the list and do everything in order. I like it that way. I mean, I don't do it that way, but you can do it that way. So let's go ahead and put that back in, open the CPU shield, slap that back in there, close the CPU shield. Let's also, don't forget to apply the thermal paste upon there, and then let's get the CPU cooler back in. We'll just slap it straight in. Motherboard, memory. Oh yeah, you can't really do all of these without a motherboard. Memory. That's property of Jiminy Cricket. I'll put that in. We've got another one that's property of his. Yep. Lovely. Graphics card we've already done. Storage is already there, of course, because we've only done the motherboard. Power supply is fine. Cables then, because he wanted different cables, didn't he? Woodward. No, it literally was just a full-on change of stuff. That was it. Change of motherboard, and then that was literally all we needed to do. So we'll connect all of these different bits back to the motherboard where needed. And I think, guys, that is that. We don't have anything else other than the side panel to put back on. It literally is just replacing a motherboard, so that's nice and easy. Placing the delivery area, done, dusted. Thank you very much. That is a good piece of money right there. Big job, $400 in the bank. Bongle review of 5 stars. That is what I love to see. And then, of course, we've got another one, which is some plastic black cables, done that before, and 16 gig of memory. We've done that before. I'll quickly do that, and I'll be right back. This is a really good point, actually. You can see they're incompatible. Even though it's the same speed, the actual thing is just incompatible. I think you have to literally put it with the same make. That's not entirely true in real life. You don't have to do that. I have had it in the past where I've had different makes put together. For the purposes of this game, obviously that is not the case. We've got some used ones here. I don't know where they're from. I can't remember. It's probably from a previous job, which we will sell them eventually, but I'll wait until all the jobs are done first before I sell any components. So we've done that. We've put everything all in. We've got the RAM in. We're going to go ahead and power this up. Can we power this up? Oh, no. Of course we can't, because I haven't done the cables. What an absolute clown. Let's go ahead and... plastic black cables were what we had to do. Oh, look at that. It lights up. Oh, that's very nice. Very nice. Right, that one's done. We'll go ahead and pick that up. Slap it down wherever we like. And then we'll say collect. Oh, look at that. 5-star Bongle review. A $239 job there. And a Bongle review of 5 stars. That is fantastic. The RAM upgrade went well and they did a great job. Thank you very much. Let's discard that. That one's coming in tomorrow, of course. And we've got new bits available. The MSI Radeon, 2 graphics cards, basically. 1 4 gig, 1 2 gig. Brilliant. And then... we've got a Ryzen 3 quad core and a Radeon R9. That's another graphics card. So brilliant. We've got one job on tomorrow, and that is it. That's disappointing, to say the least. I was expecting a little bit more than that. We're very nearly 2 stars. We've got an absolute brilliant rating from when we took over. We've got 3 5-star reviews. When you're looking at different jobs in the email, you've got to make sure that you read everything that's on there, because there's hidden objectives that you won't see, and they will be reflected in your Bongle score. So always make sure that you're looking at what they're saying, because it's in here doesn't necessarily say. It's the same when you're doing like Car Mechanic Simulator. There's hidden jobs that you can't really see. You've got to find out what is wrong with the car and do that. It gets harder as you go along, and there is stuff that you do with the BIOS, and that's going to be interesting for me because I don't know how to do the stuff with the BIOS. So this is going to be a very interesting experience as we go further on. But that is it for episode 2. Guys, if you're still here at the end of episode 2, give yourself a pat on the back, and the Toff's word for today is in transit. If you can work that way, if you can work that word, or a couple of words in this case, into a sentence, I've literally just pulled it from where it says in transit right here. If you can work that into a sentence, the best sentence, I will, edit it into the episode so you can see what the best sentence is. In a future episode, don't forget, because I won't actually see these comments until the 4th episode, so please be aware that it won't be straight away. But in transit, work that into a comment somewhere on the line, and the best comment will in fact get into the episode, and I will definitely comment on that comment. It's going to be awesome, guys. It's going to be great. We are doing bits and pieces with this PC building simulator. We're making a real good progress here. We're starting to get some of the same jobs, but hopefully something new will come up in next episode. Well, it will come in next episode, otherwise I won't show it, and we'll just get to it when we have something new. So don't worry about that, guys. And thank you very much for watching. If you could like the video, if you've liked this, then please go ahead. It would be brilliant if you could. And until next time, with the Toff Man, as always, stay safe.